Welcome. You are listening to the Me, She, and Her podcast, a guided conversation between three friends where we discuss business, leadership, relationship, and fitness based off song lyrics. We use our experiences, testimonies, and throw in a few jokes to bring you an entertaining view of lyrics from popular songs, old and new. Come listen in on the fun. Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Me, She, and Her podcast. This evening, we are going to be recapping season 2. Woo, woo. Now, this season, we added a little feature called video. Yeah. I'm sure you're familiar with it. And with the video, you got to see all the facial expressions that go along with the words that come out of our mouth.
In the commentary, that part, right?
And the look we give each other.
It happened.
So we invited you into our world. We hope you all enjoyed that view. We will continue it into the next season. I like the video aspect of it.
Definitely.
I think it added another element to this, to the season, to the episodes, to the podcast. Yeah. So we thank you for those who have been supporting us, for those who have subscribed, and those who have been following us. Yes. Thank you for your support. We thank you so much because it does take a lot of time and effort, and we just thank you for listening to us.
Yes.
We thank you. So this past season, we kind of dive into a lot of subjects, right? Based on song lyrics from T.I., Fantasia, Yo Gotti, Destiny's Child.
We covered a wide range.
Jill Scott. Like, we did a whole bunch of songs. And if you haven't heard those episodes, go back and listen.
Check it out.
Check out our Apple podcast. Check out YouTube. We're on all platforms. Yes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all of them.
Check us out.
So check it out. And website is launching soon. Yes. So you'll also be able to listen via our podcast website. But so let's dive into. Oh, I'm sorry. Who these people? Y'all should know them by now.
Yeah, you really should.
My apologies.
You should know by now, but we'll do it again.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Monique Abrams.
I'm Summer Blackwell.
I'm Ashley Van.
That's why I told her to put it on airplane mode.
She did.
I told her,
literally.
The young people don't listen.
Less than a minute ago.
They don't listen.
That's midnight prayer. Sorry, Mom.
They don't listen.
I totally didn't know that was about to go on. Well, y'all see everything now. She did say that. You're right. And I put it on Do Not Disturb.
I be thinking ahead.
She did.
I be thinking ahead.
She can see it. And I was just like,
I'm gonna Do Not Disturb.
I was like, nothing else happening. And I forgot about that alarm.
So that's why we got video for y'all. Because y'all, you wouldn't have got the full
effect of that.
Come on.
Right. The facial expression that's probably just happened in the middle of talking. Welcome.
So welcome to this journey with
it's
us.
on. Right. It's about to be a good one.
My goodness.
Hey, at least there's no thunder and lightning
I think if y'all listen to like season 1, it was one of those episodes where because we in Florida.
Yeah.
And we get storms.
Random storms.
Bright, sunny, storming like it's a hurricane.
So those nights we recording and a random storm came through. What's that song about thunder rolling or something? What's
rolling the deep.
Rolling in the you heard that thunder rolling.
Yeah. It was so loud, it overpowered us talking.
We all like, what?
That's thunder.
What grandma used to say, turn everything off.
And see, back then, right. Back then, my editing skills weren't as advanced and developed as they are now.
See, back then I couldn't catch. I didn't. I was a newbie. I was learning.
There.
You couldn't isolate that. I couldn't take that out.
That's there.
So
but enjoy that
there.
when you hear it. Just remember this.
It's a good episode. I don't remember which one, but it's a good one.
Right.
Go back, listen to all of them, and you tell us
which one.
Damn. Look at that.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. We might need to have a little contest.
Right. Y'all tell us. Yeah. Tell us. So, what I want to ask you, okay, ladies, of season 2, what was your favorite episode?
I already know yours.
Yeah, my favorite, well, I don't want to say favorite, but the most one that stuck out to me the most that has still impacted my life was Destiny Shot Catered to You. When we was like, what? I put my life in your hands. You all want, I'm still stuck on that. I'm still traumatized from singing those lyrics as a child and realizing I didn't really want to put my life in nobody.
And people were going in on that song.
Oh, that was the submission one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so that is it. So that's why. Okay.
People were going in, I think.
Recently.
Recently.
Yeah,
people was going in on that song like, oh, wait, they were saying this and that. But they were saying some good stuff.
They were.
In that song.
And see, Michelle clapped back and was like, she was sorry you was giving your pearls to the swine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she said that.
Her had said that?
Her said that. Her made a video response to them. And
That's what her had said?
She's like, I'm sorry you was giving your pearls to the swine. I was like,
that's what her had said.
So she had to come.
Her had said that.
I said, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
You right. You right. We was catering to the wrong folk.
That's true. Well, and we said that in the episode.
We did say
that for the right one, you willing to
Absolutely.
put your life on the line.
Yeah, for the right person.
For the right person,
absolutely.
And submission, I think we also talked about submission being not just for the woman, but for the man. Because if you're submitting to God, or then a woman can submit to you, and then also you submit to each other because it's a compromise. It's us working together as a team.
Right.
Case in point,
come on,
working as a team.
Teamwork.
What's her name? Tabitha.
Oh yeah.
Tabitha and her husband working as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So that he took on a high risk job for her to chase her dreams. And when she achieved her dreams, she retired him. That's working as a team. He submitted to her dream, for her to follow her dream. And then in that, she resubmitted to provide. Come on.
He put his life on the line.
Yeah, he put his life on the line so she could pursue her dream for years.
Cater to you.
For years. And that was such a interesting topic. I don't even know why it was trending so bad, because people were upset about it. I know Wendy Williams talked about it. I'm like, but that's goals. That's what you aspire to do with your spouse. And we came together, we agreed on something we was going to do, and we stuck to the plan.
Right.
And it may have been years where it was hard for him.
Yeah, it was 15 years.
Yeah, he didn't know what was going to happen.
Right, 15
and
years.
then he stuck with it, and then she reached her level of, I mean, not the level she wants to be, but I'm sure it's a better level than what she was.
Right.
And continue to grow. And like she said, she's happy to see him do the things he wanted to do.
Right.
Like,
because he didn't want
to dream.
Right. His
he
dream
was
wasn't just right.
LAPD. That's we know police officers. We love y'all, but it's a difficult job.
It's a difficult
job, and that's something
very high risk.
She didn't want to put her husband's life in danger anymore.
Right.
So she hustled to do things she wanted to do for her. That's just a beautiful story.
It is. It really is. It is. So cater to you.
Yeah, that's impacted me. I'm still impacted by that.
Cause you didn't know that part. You didn't hear that part of the
song, and it was like I told you, it was somebody's ringtone. But Lord knows, even my friend, she's like, I was trying to figure out who you was dating at the time. And then I told her, she's like, oh yeah, no, we couldn't cater to you. No. I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, so that the beat was good, so we were listening to the words.
Yeah, the video was cool too.
See, that's how they get you.
Yeah,
that's why these song lyrics is important. Like you humming the song, the beat nice, you catch the chorus, and the chorus sounds good. Then you listen to the actual verse, like, wait, I didn't hear that verse.
I didn't know he sang
10, 15 years later,
right?
Like, what they saying?
And I was too young to be singing it.
Right, that part.
Right.
So
or I made up my own lyrics.
Well, I always make my own
because I never knew the real words.
Right.
And then I learned them later, and I'm like, oh, that's what they said.
We're friends. Shout out to Sonya. You always judge me on that, but Ashley just said she make up words too.
All the time.
Me too.
Greg was laughing at the other day because I made up some words. I didn't know the name of the song. It was Joanna. It was a Afrobeat type song, and I was like, seeing the word, he's like, that is not what they say at all. So I'm like, what? And so he's like, pull up the YouTube with the lyrics, and I'm like, oh
Lord. They ain't said none of that.
That ain't
it don't matter, friend. You was singing, you was on the beat. That's all that matters.
No. It sounded
I don't make up words.
Okay. Great one.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, so that's their thing.
Yeah. We think we know what it sounds like.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we did. We put another word in there. Like, oh, that one they really said?
It makes sense when I put it.
Yeah, it sounds good. It was on the beat. So hey, I thought
so
they
my
said.
interpretation of the song.
I like that.
I didn't copyright it in my mind.
I think the other episode too that was, we were talking about Fantasia when she was like something about her friend, but what your friends say. That was a really good one too. And just because we were thinking about even our own situation, how we just make sure we come together and we, they need to do intervention, mostly with me. Right. So about dating or being whatever, it's always me. Good. My track record, 95%. My track record not great. But it was true. But it's not that good. It's not that good. It's not that good. And I'm mature enough to say that I'm just taking personal responsibility. Yeah. So thank you. But you got to rub that rug. Yeah, I gave you something. Thank you, VP, for that. Shout out to VP for that rug. But yeah, I think that was another one too. Just thinking about that Fantasia, even her story about being with the guy she's with now. I mean, that's who she's with. So soulmate. I mean, they had a baby, but people maybe not understanding the relationship at the time that they were in it, maybe. So sometimes you just gotta step out and know what you and your partner got going on. And and
I think also in the episode we talked about levels of friendship.
Right.
Some people, they don't got no clue.
Right.
But
right. And then those are the people we're not trying to get too much advice from.
Right.
That's learning who to listen to.
Right. Exactly. That's what we talked about.
So I was looking at a show, and in the show they was talking about how with the friends level, how if your friend, if you know that they're bitter towards marriage or they're bitter towards men, or then you don't receive advice from them because you know it's going to be tainted. It's going to be biased.
Right.
But if your friend is for those things, if your friend is agreeable, or they're not men basher, then you can accept. Because that question always come up: why do single women take advice from single women? You should be taking advice from somebody in a relationship. Well, they in the same struggle I am. Right. So maybe we can give each other tips so we can help each other. It's just like being on the field. It's sports. Right. We in the game together. I can't ask somebody who up in the side on the sideline. Right.
Especially this day and age.
Right. Gotta talk to my fellow.
Right. And then every now and then you may want to talk to someone who's married and in a committed relationship, because they've seen the full playing field and they kind of know what they did to get there. But when you in the trenches,
you gotta talk to your senior.
You gotta take somebody next door like, hey, this one said didn't there. What you? No, that sounds crazy, y'all.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. And then too, that friend having that perspective of even if they're married or single, they were single at some point.
Right.
So it's like, we got a new married friend, a newlywed. And so but still, I wouldn't be like, well, she don't understand because she don't know. Well, no, she been married, she been there maybe a month. She just got married.
Yeah.
So I mean,
just now, still in my 30 days.
Yeah, she's trying to do that she'll change the things over.
Right.
We still there. So it's like,
still got to change her last name.
Right. She still got stuff to do.
Ink still wet. It's right.
Side note. You don't realize how many things you got to change your name on.
Your whole life.
I was going through the list and I was like, credit cards. It was like travel stuff. It was. I'm just like, oh, this is too much.
I'm
like, I got this is service. That's why service, and they said they was going through with all the different things.
Right.
Yes, remind me because I don't even remember.
Well, that's why I see why most women who divorce, they just don't change. They don't
change it back.
Right. Because it's a lot.
Hassle.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. was like, let me go find somebody to help me.
It's a lot. I can only imagine.
Yeah. Like, Lord. And then they got to learn how to write it. That's a whole nother story.
Oh, God.
But the other thing that we talked about the episode was just that your friends can see your blind spots a lot of times.
That
was that you don't always see stuff because you're too close to the subject or whatever. And
because my friend had said, when I told her about this somebody, he was like, "Oh, you should have been done with him anyway." I'm like, I read in that message like,
I had said that.
Yeah.
I know you said.
Right.
I didn't even see the message.
Right. It was, But you know what? Because I'm a big girl, I was like, she right.
But look, I knew when the right time that she could hear it.
Right.
Because you want to tell your friends the truth, but it's not always good timing to tell them. So you have to wait to get in an environment that they are able to receive what you say.
Now that is true, because if it had been like 6 months ago, I'd be like, oh, she don't understand. I was like, no, like, it's all good.
Right.
But, and then at the moment when she said, I knew she was right. Like, I mean, it was there. It was, the signs were there. And I read it in her voice because she typed it.
With the tone.
Yeah, the tone, the look, the eyes, everything. You should leave him alone.
Yeah, that's what she's saying, and she ain't looking at you.
Right. And she looking at her phone. She looking out in space. But she ain't looking at you.
Like,
and you still looking at her trying to.
Oh, you just not gonna look at me?
So you ain't gonna make no eye contact with me. No eye contact? Oh, okay then. And that's friendship.
Yeah.
Cause like I didn't even think about that, like timing. Yeah, like timing is everything.
You weren't ready to hear it, but I was holding it close.
I was trying to get
Just waiting for it.
I was waiting. I was like,
it's holding it. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready to hear it. So
it's like, but it was one of those things that I wasn't ready to hear, but it would have saved a few months of foolishness. And that's just weird.
But you wouldn't agree.
Right.
Yeah, probably not.
So you wouldn't have received it.
Because we said it before and you didn't hear it.
Right.
Oh yeah, I probably didn't.
Right.
So yeah. So there's
So
that.
it's about timing. It's about timing when they're in the right space, headspace to hear it.
And I was in 100% agreement.
And that might have been another point to bump what your friend say. She might not be in the right headspace to hear what her friend say.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true too.
Another,
well,
another perspective.
We done dug deeper.
You know what I'm saying? Another perspective to it.
Even at the time we did that, I don't even think I would have been. Yeah, no.
Yeah, another perspective.
But we're here now.
We're here. She received it. She received it.
But that was a good one too. You know, just about because if that had come from a different friend, I don't care even if I was ready to hear it, I wouldn't have heard it. No. Cause you'd be like, "What you talking? What is you even talking?" I'm about to get a little. What is you even saying? Like, I ain't about listening to you.
Yeah.
So it matters who it comes from.
Yeah.
Words matter and who they come from.
Yeah.
So
and the tone in which
tone in which it is said. Yeah. All that matters. We've gotten used to her tone, so we know it's coming. That tone.
I was going. Oh yes. I was gonna say something else, and I caught myself. But you talking about something else? Okay. Yes. That's true.
I've done. I've
can't even get out. She can't even
I've grown with my tone. I've grown.
It's turning the 40-year-old tone.
Right.
It's a little sharper.
It's just going to develop.
It's a little sharper, a little more ding.
Hey, I was like, hey, let me get this out before I die. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know this.
Blame it on death. Let me get it out before I die.
I want you to know this stuff. Let me help you. Let me help you.
It's sound advice though, because I called her the other day about something else, and she let me finish. You went right to boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh. I'm glad.
But I listened.
She was ready. She did listen. Both of them listened, and they talked. But it was back. Both of them was like boom, boom, boom. And then she had asked me something. I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for that question.
I know you wasn't.
I was not.
Because the way you paused, and then you kind of went on like she didn't.
But I thought about it. I said nobody has asked me that though.
So I wanted to ask.
Oh yeah, nobody had asked me that before. So I was like, oh well, that made me think. That was timing. And it was two separate conversations. So it's like they was.
And we hadn't spoke.
No. Because I text who could talk.
Right.
Yeah, no.
separately.
Right.
Yeah. And so I ended up,
that was there. You did.
It was separately. Cause I didn't know who could talk. Cause I need to get this out. I was like, I better say something before I explode. But it worked. So that's friends though. But yeah, I called 3 people.
Friendship.
Third one was TT. You know, shout out TT. She had us perspective.
Right.
TT said, "Wait, let's make sure everything's straight first." We started getting into sisters. But yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Another episode was good. Was whatever you like when we talked about can a man without money make a woman happy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a doozy.
That was good. We had to walk that one out.
We had to go. That's still a tough one.
Okay, does he have a job?
Like, he's working. Like, yeah, that's a.
But it also.
We were talking about levels. We were talking about levels too.
There are phases.
Shout out to 1TK Toe K LK. Right there, because there are levels to what are we talking about? Have money.
Yeah.
And
what may be good for you may not be good for somebody else. And
what does that even look like?
Yeah.
So because I wrote that. Yes, there are levels to money.
And we're saying basically any woman can be happy in any situation.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you decide is okay for you.
Right.
And it's okay for you, not what somebody. People always comparing themselves or to somebody else, and it's like you got to stay in your own lane. What you got going on with the person you're with, and I don't know if we even talked about it then, but I think we did touch on it a little bit, just about even the age of social media, people seeing so many images of people with money and people who came up getting money, who were maybe poor and came up, like influencers and people on social media, and people want that lifestyle. They want something similar to it, and that's a lot. It's a lot for the kids or the young people watching. It's a lot for being in a relationship. Because you see people on these trips, you see them all dazzled up. For the gram. I mean, stunting for the gram. You be like,
for the gram.
I'm just trying to go down the street to Miami. I ain't trying to leave the country yet.
But I caught myself the other day because we just got married, and so it was like planning and everything went the way it went or whatever. But because I had been looking at so many pictures and watched so many videos of how people's wedding was and what it was set up and what the flowers were like and what their dress was like. And I'm perfectly happy with my dress. But all these different things of how the wedding was set up and what was going on and the videos and all this other stuff. After the wedding, it took me a minute to realize, all right, well, this didn't go the right way, or this didn't happen the way I want, or this probably I would have liked this the same. But it was so many things going on in my mind. And then I realized, Ashley, you know how much money they probably spent on that? Mm-hmm. Like, there's this one lady got married at the Biltmore, which I love the Biltmore in Nashville. I'll go there all the time. But I'm like, just the basic package was like $30,000. Right. And then you had to spend like another 10 or something on food and beverage and all that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, it would have been on this another level, but how much money did you really want to spend on it? It wasn't that. I mean, I spent some money now. Right, we spent some money. Right. So it ain't like we didn't spend money, but yeah, it could have been something
not
else.
At that level.
Right. Yeah. But it didn't need to be at that level. But at the end of the day, what was the point?
It was
got married,
for y'all.
You had a good time. Right. It was good. But I had to, it took me it took a couple of days because I was like, oh dang, I wish I would have had this, or this didn't happen. Yeah. We missed the toast, but we were late and all this other stuff, and I'm like, I want to know what Mo was gonna say. Like, all this other stuff. She was ready. All these things were going through my head, and I'm just like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like,
and that's just self-reflection. I was thinking, like, how many people can't do that when it comes to that, though? Because I have to catch myself sometimes scrolling, and on Instagram, you just keep seeing people, and then you kind of be like, well, I want this, but you're like, okay, you want this first, but it's a bunch that comes after that. Right. So you're just looking at the wedding or the proposal, but are you prepared for the marriage? And that's how social media will get you. Like, it's you can have whatever you like, but
it's a cost to it.
It's a cost to it.
Dollars
and sometimes
peace of mind.
Exactly. It's not always money. It's not all. Right. Sometimes it is your peace. Yeah. And sometimes it is your mental health. Yes. Your sanity. Yes. So you can have whatever you like, but for a cost.
For a cost. Mm-hmm. Like off of Once Upon a Time when never mind. It was that movie. It was a little show that used to come on. He was Rumpelstiltskin. He'd be like, everything costs for the price. Magic costs. You can get this magic. He was like, but it costs your price. It's gonna cost you.
That's true.
Magic comes with a price. That's what you always say.
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin.
That's true.
So it's gonna cost you.
You know, and you ain't, but you would never know the cost. He would never tell them how much it cost them, so they didn't know. So it's like it could have been their life, it could have been their children, it could have been whatever, but they wanted whatever he was trying to get them. So you can have whatever you like, but it's gonna come with a price.
Yeah,
Be prepared to pay.
that reminds me of I'm a Twilight Zone fan, and it was
the
an episode
original
related,
Twilight.
the original black and white. There's an episode to that effect too.
Yeah.
Cost, but they never told them what the cost was until it was time to collect.
Yeah.
And then they had to figure it out. Oh shoot, the cost of my life. The cost of my life. Yeah.
Which, while we on the topic of social media, that's how Rake It Up was.
Yeah,
it was about.
We
on beef on social sites. We hit our target, and we talked about social media giving people this boldness and this attitude.
Come on,
and you seeing it now. Like people be going in about everything. Like, bro,
like won't nobody hammer talk you in your throat.
Listen,
like y'all, it just amazes me that people got so big goals.
Oh, they boss big.
You know what I'm saying? To be saying all this stuff on social media that you won't say when you're in somebody's face.
No. And then these companies and people saying things and thinking they ain't gonna get the repercussions, and your little tweet thing going viral, and then you got to backtrack and you losing money.
You fired.
Basically. You losing money. You got to go out of business because
fired.
of something you tweeted because you thought you can get away with it.
Then lost your job.
And I'm just like, it's actually getting
You're
worse.
about to lose your job.
You done lost your job. And just like the former president, he off of social media because you're not using it properly. Because you were inciting an insurrection.
Come on.
There's no consequences.
Yeah.
Right.
Because typically they don't get no consequences. And that's what I was telling somebody the other day. Like, social media has increased people, like the way the information gets out so fast. So back in the day, you had newspapers, you barely had a phone in some cases. So something would come out and it would take maybe days, weeks, maybe months for it to reach the entire country. You talking about things happening with a split second. It's viral within a minute.
Yeah.
It's across the world.
Yeah.
Can't pull that.
You can't pull
You can't pull it back.
And so some of the things that people have been saying in closed doors or to each other about situations and about other people, you try to say it now, and it's costing you your job, your money. Like the chick with the ESPN.
Yes.
Like I had somebody tell me, I kind of understand what she coming. Like, no.
Right.
Like and then whoever recorded it is from last year.
Yeah.
It ain't that person sat on it to release it right before the NBA finals. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you thought you were saying something you could just say in confidence and just say something a little slick. Like
you saying stuff y'all say around each other.
Exactly.
It got recorded.
And it got recorded.
Yeah, you better be careful. The people recording all the time.
The
former
time.
president got talking to several governors and state secretary of states or whatever about the election.
These
and they was
folks
getting recorded.
These folks recording y'all.
They
recording y'all and y'all bias.
Be safe out here. It's hard out
They
here.
recording y'all and y'all racism. They recording
and we said blue. Yeah, like because you thought everybody agreed with you and whatever you was your little jabs you were taking at people and they're not. And that's the other flip side that social media has given people. That boldness and that they think they can just say it because they don't see that person, they don't have a direct encounter with them. But now who did they just outside somebody's house? Protesters were at
because of that video.
Yeah, like so you doing something.
So they showed up. Cause he said show up. They showed up.
They showed up. So
I mean, even in the trolls getting out of control. Even we
the
talked about Tabitha earlier, and Wendy Williams coming for her. Like why? Like you ain't got no place to come for her.
No,
and you don't know her situation and what they didn't went through and all that stuff. Don't know.
Well, she just
like she said, and just like Tabitha said,
she said it was nice.
God bless you. And I hope somebody finds you and it helps to heal you in your hurt.
And love you like this so you can understand.
Right.
I mean, Wendy just went in on a TikTok star that just passed away. Basically trying to say he had more followers than her. Like, I don't know everything she said, but she kind of said something a little off there. I'm like, you might need to take a break.
Yeah.
Because social media got you thinking nobody can't pull up.
Okay.
Like, you can get pulled up on. Like, just know that. So.
And you might be taking I don't know what her. I guess her platform is built on that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But at this day and age, and today's time, you might want to flip the script
because everybody she's come for the last week or two has shot back at her.
Right.
So people are not afraid. People are not
unanswered.
Yeah.
Right.
People are saying whatever they need to say back to you. So I mean, I think that was the other thing we said, that the consequences aren't immediate. But now, even saying that, we were seeing some of the consequences being a little bit more fast and a little bit more immediate. So, even from when we talked about this to now, things have changed in the age of social media. So, yeah, we don't beef on social sites.
We don't beef on. We just hit our target.
That was a good one.
That what him had said.
That what Gotti said.
That what Yo Gotti.
That what Gotti
Yo
said.
Gotti. Yo Gotti. And we did a lot of a lot of episodes.
Here's another one we talked about is your type keeping you single. That was on Wale.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
So what was our answer? Yes, because we still.
That was our answer. We back to say the same thing.
You got that long list. You got to recategorize. What the pastor said, get rid of the list. Throw it out.
Pastor Mike told us to get rid of the list. Because we don't even know what to tell you about that. We said so you let us know if it's keeping you. We got nothing for you on that. That's the answer.
We ain't got nothing.
We over here trying to see what we can see. We're trying to see these folks.
I don't even got no prospects.
No, I'm trying to.
You know what I'm saying?
I may have. Every time I get on here, I may have one. So every time I get on here, it's. So when you see this, know that I'm rooting for you.
We gonna stop.
When you see this, just know when we all say this, I'm rooting for you. Yeah, I'm rooting for you. So
you make it to the next season.
So if y'all follow, we rooting for you.
They root for you now.
They root for you. They root for you.
Come through.
Yeah.
This is the best one.
It's
every time. It be in the middle of the season too. Oh Lord, it's been so much. That's where we at.
Yeah.
She gonna get.
What we was on, Wale?
We gonna get her a prospect. I don't got none. We both ain't got none. I mean, so I just be meeting them and they be here and gone tomorrow.
Because another episode we talk about is naked. Can you be vulnerable around them?
Yeah.
And the ones you be having, you can't.
No.
So they get dropped.
Scooted and booted.
Turn and burn.
To the left, to the
Before the next episode.
But they be liking the episodes.
Hey, continue to follow.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Don't
You know what
worry
I'm
about
saying?
me. Just
Don't
share
mess
it.
with
We
You know what I'm
business
saying?
partners. Remember, it's a business transaction. Just share the episode.
You know what I'm saying?
You can still do that.
You can still support.
Yeah.
Show your support.
Show your support. And the naked was a deep one.
That was deep.
That's the one I said I wasn't gonna talk on because I was just like I can't.
That was deep.
Yeah. But it was the goal was to be the most vulnerable with your soulmate, who you
can be
end up being
completely
with.
naked, meaning not physical, because a lot of y'all can get naked physically.
Y'all already been getting naked physically.
But vulnerability, who can you be vulnerable with? Who can you expose your true self
it reciprocates
to, and it not be used against you?
That part.
And not be used against you. And
that's a deep type of love. That's what we want. We want to be in that area. We want to be vulnerable in that sense and be open and to fully be yourself and not be judged, and for that person to still love you.
Yes.
Care about you and you love them and you needed that vulnerability to be reciprocated. Like, I think that's the other thing. We want to. I'm sharing openness with you. Like I would want that back.
Right.
And that's how we deepen the connection in a relationship. So, That was a deep one.
Right, and our arguments isn't tit for tat. We're not keeping score.
Right.
You know that we're coming to a resolution that best suits the partnership, that best suits the family, that best suits our unit. We move as a unit.
We move it.
So being vulnerable with each other, expressing ourselves is key. Yeah,
it is what it
key. So that's being naked.
While we on the subject of naked, there was the other episode that was about giving that good love.
That's a bonus episode.
That oh well. See that later.
So that's gonna be one of our bonus episodes,
content.
Right? That's one of our bonus
that's a good
episodes.
So I'm gonna plug it.
It's a good one.
You don't have to be ready for that.
Be on the lookout.
Connection.
Yeah,
be on the lookout.
Connection.
Be on the lookout.
That's
that's coming. So that's a bonus.
That's a scary one. Cause we need you to be
That's that grown.
Yeah, that grown.
That's that grown episode.
That's mean she here after dark.
Yes, we like that. Yeah.
So parents, mom, dad,
don't play that one that loud. It was pretty clean.
Yeah, we kept it.
Yeah, PG, but we just talked about some things.
You know what I'm saying? You grown.
Yeah, we grown.
We grown.
I
mean, it's proven. I got a kid. You can't get more. I don't know.
More growner than
right. You can't hide that.
Growner. Is that a word?
You can't hide that. You know what I'm saying? Can't pretend off that.
Can't kids hide
right. You can't pretend off that.
The baby is here.
Here. So there that go.
Next.
And we did some feel good ones. So, we did Happy.
Yeah.
By Pharrell.
Which is a good song.
Yeah, that was about mental health.
Mental health. Oh, it is.
You're advocates of therapy.
Yes, you need Jesus and a therapist.
Yes, you do.
You need Jesus and a therapist.
We need to make that shirt.
Yeah, Jesus plus therapy.
Because mental health is so key to the functioning of your life.
Yes.
And who you are, your lifestyle, your family dynamics. It's all
everything.
relationships, work, home,
everything.
Everything is dependent on how well you are operating and coping mentally.
Yeah.
And example of that, we were just talking earlier about the generation today, the young kids today. And when I say young kids, I'm college age, your 19 to 24-year-olds, those are turning to weed for so much stuff.
Right.
To cope or to get through or just
going on.
Right, whatever. But I'm like, you have to find another mechanism for coping. Like you can't turn to drugs, and yes, it's illegal, but only for certain things. And if your skin color a certain color, it ain't legal for you.
They didn't make it legal for you.
So we just have to find coping with mental stuff, find a different route. Because a lot of I work at a university, and a lot of these kids don't know how to handle depression. They don't know how to handle failure. Right. They don't know how to handle boyfriend and girlfriend dynamics.
Right.
They don't know how to handle friend to friend dynamics.
Yeah.
I've experienced people having mental breakdowns off of a breakup with a boyfriend, or mental breakdowns after of a friendship, or not knowing how to cope with an exam coming up,
right?
Or how to cope up, right? So it's that pressure.
Yeah.
So we have to, mental health is just so important, and we don't, in the Black community, we don't give enough credit.
Yeah.
And we don't promote enough seeing a therapist,
right?
A psychologist. We put a bad stigma on it, but it isn't. You need somebody outside of a big mama and mama to talk to somebody. You need somebody who is trained in that field. Yeah. And sometimes some of us need some medicine. You might need to take some medicine.
You might need.
You know what I'm saying? You might be bipolar, right? And need to balance out those electronics in your brain.
That's
you know,
true.
so
there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. And then a lot of people here, dealing with anxiety.
Yeah.
So you might need some medicine or some coping mechanism for that. Yeah. So it's just key that we take care of our mental state, because it just affects everything around us, and it affects how we look at the world, our perspective of our reality.
Right.
It's like if she was dealing with something mentally, when I told her you should have been left, it might have, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Triggered something in her, and that flipped her when that wasn't my intent at all.
Right.
But her perspective would have been, so we just have to.
And some of that, and dealing with some of that affects with your mental state when you are out here dating, whatever, you start realizing, am I prepared mentally to handle this? Because it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So all of that, mental health is just so, it affects everything.
And it's just so important.
Anxiety has been a really big thing this past year because of the pandemic and everything.
Definitely.
Even after things opened up, it's still, you're still dealing with the pressure of having to go back to the office, or you have to change. And now
the kids go back to school. Do they wear masks? Do they not?
Right.
It's just a lot.
Making all those kind of decisions.
I read an article. It says like 48%, almost over. It was either close to 50% or a little over 50% of Americans still they don't want to go back to normal. Right. That's what they said. They have anxiety about us actually going back to normal because normal is what got us here. Right. So maybe we should do something different than going back to how we used to do. Right. And I was like, that's true. And so people are dealing with that. Mm-hmm. And it could be the person next to you, the person down the street could be your family member. And just being open to hear what they got to say and I don't say be a sounding board, but direct them to a licensed, trained professional.
Right. So check out that episode.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
We do a lot.
That was one of my favorites.
Right. And then we had Living Your Life Like It's Golden.
Oh, yeah.
By my girl, Jill Scott. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about living your best life.
Yeah.
And what that looks like for you, financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Like, what's your best life, and how do you see yourself living out the rest of your latter years? So Living Your Life Like a Golden was a good episode. And that song just lifts you up. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
The whole vibe,
right.
everything about that song.
Like, that's just a great song. So, and the message in it is, living your life.
Superb.
What's your life now? Walking in, knowing who myself, walking in whoever I am, and being okay with what I got, what I don't got, who I'm with, who I'm not with, being okay with all that, and walking.
Right.
Walking
being okay
like
with that.
Right.
And being okay with, hey, you wanted something, it didn't work for it the way you wanted to either, and reconciling that, because that's somewhere I'm at a lot, where it's like I want to be a certain spot, I want to do certain things, and I also looked at what I did to get there, and did I do what I needed to do? And so even taking care of that, like, hey, okay, it's all good. That goes back to mental health. Hey, it's all good. We still good where we are right now, and we're happy. Happiness being above all that, making sure my life is fulfilled in the way I want to be fulfilled. Right. That's important.
And I think so. The final episode, it's one of the episodes, because I think we talked about most of the episodes. So one of the episodes is Unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
By, I can't say her name.
Corinne.
I mess up her name. Let me tell you one thing about me. Let me tell you.
She's known for years, but still messing up.
Let me tell you.
Woo!
Like, who?
I will mess up a name
in a heartbeat. Don't know the name, don't know the person. Who? I just charged it to her head, not her heart. I'm just glad she know my name. Sometimes she don't know me. That girl, get that girl.
I will mess up a name. But I'm honest about it. I tell people.
She will.
I'm going to ask you about 3 more times what your name is, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to remember.
Maybe.
Well, depends.
Me a name.
Yeah, we all have our things around here.
Yeah. But Unstoppable
that was a
by
good
Corinne Hawthorne.
I'm not saying that.
Hawthorne. Unstoppable. What we talked about,
Google it. Right. Have it say it to us.
What's the foundation of prayer?
Oh
no, has the foundation of prayer changed or improved?
That was it. That was a good episode.
That was a good episode. I think all our responses was yes.
Yeah.
Uniformly.
Yeah. Like unequivocally. Y'all like that SAT word? The girl been reading. But yeah. It's a very essence of everything of our life. I mean, it's gotten us through this pandemic's gotten us through a lot of things.
It helps with mental health.
Yep, absolutely.
You feel so much better.
Because that's what we said. You need Jesus and a therapist.
And it helps you just calms whatever you're going through. You feel like you pray because you release it.
Yeah.
So prayer is essential.
Essential. I think we said that in there.
Yeah, we probably did.
We did.
Oh, but we missed one.
What one?
Did we talk about who girls want to smart?
Yeah, that was what your type keeping you single.
Oh,
and you said
I forgot the song
lyrics.
I forgot the lyrics. The lyrics is my favorite
That's
part.
bad, right? Well,
Yeah. Oh, my bad. See, my bad. But I like the lyric though. Hood girls want to smart.
Right.
That's my favorite part. Oh yeah. So now, I guess, yeah.
And right, there still was silence on that.
So we did do that.
Yeah, that's.
We still back to that.
Yes, we had it.
Okay.
Thanks. We had it.
Thanks.
We had it. So that was season 2 out with the element of the video.
Yes.
And then those topics that we went in, it was
good.
It was good.
Well, the videos were fun, like watching ourselves. That's the other thing. Like, want to see how we responded to stuff. Like, like I know that me and Summer always be looking at each other, making faces. So, but seeing us do that, it's hilarious.
Yes, it is. And I was listening to it because I was in the car one day, and then I had already watched the video, and I was listening to it, and I was laughing even harder because I knew what facial expression I made. So like that was like it's just such a different element to it, and then y'all get to see all of our faces, and you get to match the tone with the face. Right, you match the tone and the elements, and you get to match it with the timing of the comedic timing of the joke.
In 2 ways.
But
In 2 ways.
Season 2 is good.
Season 2 is good.
Fun.
Please
Fun.
subscribe on our YouTube channel.
We got some surprises for season 3.
Hey now.
Ooh.
Hey.
I don't know what you just did, but yeah.
I don't know what that was either.
I did the Shaq
But
meme.
season 2, please.
Doing that cat.
Check out our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube
Follow
channel.
us on Instagram.
And
Twitter. Support us.
And yes, and you can listen to us on all podcast platforms.
Yes.
But please like, subscribe, share and rate.
Yes.
We thank you all for hanging in with us for season 2. We thank y'all for supporting season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
And like they said, big things happening in season 3.
Big things popping in season 3. Yeah.
Season 3. We'll holler at you.
See y'all then.